O'clock on the dot on a Sunday morning. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week in the mornings, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. And at least this morning, it's not bad. It is gusty. It is cool. It is cloudy, and at times we've even been watching some showers. Here's a live look outside. This is our Tower Cam Network shot from downtown, looking off toward the Orlando Executive Airport. That's the 408 there in the distance, Crystal Lake. And then off in the distance, excuse me, off in the distance we've got some clouds. So not a bad start to the day here. We do have even a few showers that we're tracking in parts of Central Florida. We're going to be taking a look at all of that coming up. First, a live look at our first warning Doppler radar. I do want to point out we do have some of these showers out north and west of the metro. Nothing too strong, but as expected, there will be a little bit of rain that we have to deal with this morning. And you can kind of see it working into the villages, Leesburg. And you know what's funny? For some of us, this is going to be more rain than we saw yesterday. Some areas got poured on yesterday. My house did not. So good times. Mother Nature always throwing fun curveballs at us. 59 degrees in the villages right now. It's 61 in Orlando, say 57 degrees in Palm Coast, and about 57 as well in Melbourne. So not bad. We look to the forecast today. We begin with a mostly cloudy sky. We'll watch those temperatures climb through lunchtime, making it into the upper range of the 60s, and then they start to drop. Do notice that gusty wind, 20 to 25 sustained, with higher gusts. Yeah. Yeah. Because of those gusts, by the way, we have ourselves a fairly rare, I mean, it's not like rare, like, oh my God, let's hype it up, but a fairly rare wind advisory. Doesn't happen very often. Wind advisory because gusts are going to be running 30 or so miles an hour, and frankly, at times, could even gust higher. Let's take a look at Futurecast, okay? Here's a look. This is 8 o'clock this morning, already seeing winds gusting into the 20 mile per hour range. But notice through 10, 10:30, 11, like we're talking about winds gusting to 35, 36 miles an hour. Yeah, there's some wind. And then into the afternoon, it kind of just drops back off just a little bit. So it's not going to be like a hurricane, thank goodness, but there's going to be some pretty decent winds out there. All right, so for what it's worth, we're going to be talking about some winds today. All right, so because of that, what should you be wearing as you step out the door? First off, warm coffee today, my guess. Second off, honestly, long sleeves. That would be my idea. That would be my idea. Because it's not that it's going to be getting very warm. Temperatures are only going to be hanging in the 60s today. But with those winds, it's going to be kind of blustery through the day today. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right, here's a look at the temperatures around Central Florida. 68 in Orlando, 64 this afternoon in the villages, Lady Lake, 63 in Ocala, about 70 to 71 degrees in the Space Coast. I think for you, you'll get just a little teeny tiny bit milder, just a little bit milder. It's not going to be bad, but it's going to be beautifully sunny by afternoon. This morning, we just kind of have to clear those clouds out little bit by little bit. If you're curious, yes, it is going to be chillier than yesterday. We're looking at like a 16-degree temperature difference from yesterday afternoon to this afternoon. So yeah, there's going to be a noticeable difference. Ann says it's great football temperatures. Interesting. Is there a football game today? Yeah, the Super Bowl. Super Bowl Sunday looks fantastic. Really beautiful weather. By the way, just so that everybody's on the same page, I know everybody makes a big deal like you can't call it the Super Bowl, you got to call it the big game. It all has to do with, are you trying to make money off of using the term? We are not. We are using it in an editorial sense, and thus legal scholars, or whatever you want to call them, have said it's acceptable. So just so that you know, I'm not going to get a pow-pow for it. All right, so that's where we're at. Let's look at the overall weather pattern these next couple of days. Nice chilly air. There's that storm system pulling away from us. Looking great for us for tomorrow. High pressure building in, staying nice and cool. Then notice by about Tuesday, we're going to start to watch our next frontal boundary. Okay, it's working our direction But as it does so, it just doesn't quite have that opportunity. It doesn't quite have that chance to make it here. It fades out. And so because of that, not only do we stay sunny, but we're going to be warming. Wednesday into Thursday, temperatures back into the 80s. Yep. And then we get into Friday, that next storm system that's just starting to gear up out here on Wednesday. By Friday, it knocks on our doorstep and is able to move in. So in the meantime, we'll just watch those temperatures climb. By the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, we're into the 80s once again. Not to record heat, but we're at least into the 80s. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at, people. Yeah, it's a really nice, quiet day. I'm not going to go very long on Coffee Talk. I'm deep in the weeds of my long-range forecasting. And I just want to keep it going. So that's where we're at. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. Really nice stretch of weather. I trust you're okay on a Sunday morning. Me doing a quick coffee talk so that I can have that March 1st deadline. Less than 3 weeks away from the hurricane forecast. Holy cannoli. I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Nice stretch of weather. Upper 70s on Valentine's Day. Lower to mid 80s Wednesday, Thursday, and even into Friday. Okay? So that's where we're at, my friends. I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Sorry it's going to be a quick one today, but gonna go roll on. Hurricane season this year. It may be months away, but the hurricane forecast comes out March 1st. All right? All right, listen. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I will see you guys and gals later on today on TV.